Welcome to Capital City Paranormal-ish, where we delve into the exploration of creepy, strange, paranormal, and unexplainable TikToks that we all love to watch. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and strap in, and get ready to have your entire reality questioned. Hey fam, welcome back to another edition of Capital City Paranormal-ish, where we delve into the exploration of creepy, paranormal, odd, all those TikToks we love to watch. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button to become a member of the Freaky family. And yeah, hey, let's just get right on with tonight's videos because we got a good one for you. Let's do this.
Real as it may sound, this abducted man just revealed the truth about aliens. On May 14, 1988, Amaury Rivera, a young Puerto Rican man, captured photos of a giant disc-shaped UFO tailed by U.S. jet interceptors. But the images were just the beginning of what he had to share.
Encountered two small beings, two small strange men, which I didn't think were men from outer space. And they took me somewhere where there were other people besides myself, other human people, like from Puerto Rico, I guess.
Rivera says a taller man with long black hair and dark skin appeared and introduced himself as an alien from a distant planet.
He spoke to us with the mouth, verbally, and no telepathic speaking. He showed us various projections, which looked very real projections. And he informed us about a whole bunch of things that are even still incredible to me.
Rivera also went on to describe the aliens' world and what it looked like.
The holographs were mainly, the first one that I can remember was like a short trip through space. We saw where he came from, where he said to be from. We saw his people, we saw the houses that they used.
Perhaps most chilling was a vision of something terrible about to happen to the planet Earth.
The second one was about a meteor or rock falling to Earth in the near future, which is going to cause a lot of havoc in the world.
After being released, Rivera returned with his cousin's camera and snapped the now famous images of the UFO with F-14S in pursuit.
I'm going to show you a leaked photo beyond the ice wall, as well as who exactly sent it. And this place exists alongside one of the actual areas on the ice wall where there's land, but we're not sure which gate or area in Antarctica this actually is. Now, this isn't a new photo. I'm going to show that one to you next, but this is the one that came out about a year ago. And a lot of people actually think that this one is real. It shows vegetation, an ice wall, and an advanced egg-like type city going on back there. Now here's the new photo of what is supposedly beyond the ice wall, which shows vegetation next to ice, which is what Admiral Byrd talked about when he flew over Antarctica. And a lot of people are thinking that this is actually up close to that egg-like type city. And now let me tell you who actually leaked this photo. The person who leaked it on their Telegram was Valiant Thor, who, if you've never heard of him, he's from Venus supposedly, and he came to Earth in the 1950s. I also did a reverse image search to see if this was from Greenland or something, but I couldn't find anything, and that's because this is unlike anything we've ever seen before, where there's ice right next to healthy green vegetation. It'd have to be super cold for the ice to stay in a formation just like that. And I also don't think this is AI generated because there's no abnormalities in the grass or anything.
I don't know, fam, what do you think? Do you think there's land beyond the ice walls? Do you think we're surrounded in ice and that's what holds everything in, and there's land, more land beyond that? Or do you think we're living on a globe or a flat plane? What do you think? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments, and let's get on to the next one.
This sounds hard to believe because this stage is definitely set for some kind of attack and for the U.S. to make a move. Echelons of ETs that are also attendant on what's happening and realize that Israel is run by the Anunnaki. This is all throughout history, in the ancient writings, and so on and so forth, in the Enki Enlil stories that Zacharias Sitchin, among other people, translated from the Sumerian tablets, and so on. So with that in mind, whenever you're dealing with Israel, you're dealing with the Anunnaki. And I really wish that would become commonplace understanding around the world so that we can stop focusing on Israel so much as really it's a country and it is under the beck and call of the Anunnaki. And that is because their bloodline most closely resembles, I imagine, the Anunnaki. But it doesn't mean that they are in charge.
This man photographed a UFO, and by mistake, he traveled 50 years into the future. In 2006, a man named Sergio Ponomarenko was wandering lost in Kiev, Ukraine. He was wearing a strange dress and had a vintage camera in his hand. Two policemen asked him to identify himself, and he showed them legitimate documents from the Soviet Union era. These documents were over 50 years old. The cops thought he was insane and arrested him, taking him to a psychiatric clinic. A female doctor investigated him, and he told her, "My name is Sergio Ponomarenko. I was born in Kiev on June 16, 1932. The doctor replied, "You're not older than 30 years. Sergio insisted he was 25. The doctor asked Sergio how he appeared in 2006. He explained that he was trying to take a picture of a floating bell-like object and somehow got teleported to this place. The doctor was skeptical, but Sergio claimed he had proof, which was the photos in his camera. The problem was that the camera used outdated technology. Eventually, an expert developed the photos revealing images of Kiev in the 1950s, including a picture of a UFO. The investigation confirmed that Sergio Ponomarenko was a real person who lived in Kiev during the Soviet era and was declared missing after the photos were examined. Sergio disappeared from the clinic. Security cameras captured him entering his room, but he was never seen leaving. The windows had bars and the door was always watched. By cameras, it was impossible to escape."
What do you guys think of that, fam? Do you think there's time travel? I know the United States apparently said that they have technology to annihilate distance or bend space, whatever. So they haven't really come out with what it is yet or shown anything. But yeah, what do you think? Do you believe in time travel? Do you think it's a possibility? For me, for my brain, I don't know, doesn't work for me. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
They found out where the quote-unquote devil lives in the world. So in the Bible, Jesus said, one of my disciples, or not disciple, but like teachers named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred and he was killed in, you know that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil them alive.
Boil it, okay.
Yeah. So that happened in Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
So people are saying Geneva, Switzerland
It's like
is the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out.
Okay.
Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland?
what?
CERN.
Oh,
CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the CERN logo is what? Six, fam. And people say that CERN is working on particle generation and messing with matter of the universe to what? To
create another dimension.
To tear our dimension with the supernatural and the natural, fam. So what if theory? They're trying to open the portal to hell, bro.
I know. I talked about that too, about the CERN thing and how they were dancing.
About to hear is the voices of the pilot and air traffic controllers, and it's set to computer animation. Take a look.
Troy 2-1, go ahead.
It's not weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing, maybe like a football-sized object right underneath our wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Do you think it was a drone or?
I have no idea. I got my sensor operator looking for it on the camera right now. We'll see if we can find it. But there's like a dark gray cylindrical object, and it was probably the size of a football, and it passed maybe 10 feet under our right wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Thank you for the report. Keep me advised if you find.
Yeah, I don't know, fam. It seems like there's lots of things being seen in the sky lately. More and more and more all the time. It's almost kind of conveniently suspicious. I don't know. Maybe they're planning their fake invasion or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think there's other beings here, or you think that's all set up, or what's on your mind? Let me know.
1988 anomaly theory. Yes. So it goes like this: that in the year 1988, a strange phenomenon swept across the globe, one that went unnoticed by the public but caused ripples throughout the fabric of reality. It was a year humanity faced an unrecorded extinction, and everything we know today is built on the echoes of the lost world. That this event was so devastating that it caused a reset in the timeline, a glitch that the universe itself is scrambling to trying to fix. The reason why I thought that was interesting too, because I've always seen like not even so much as Earth, but the space and the universe itself as a whole. It kind of reacts like, I guess like how a human body would when an injury happens. It kind of like, you know, it repairs itself. Like say, for example, if you're a human, like as a human being, you get cut, your blood automatically kind of just like creates blood clots. At least like say if you cut yourself, you know, your blood clots up to keep yourself from bleeding more. That's how I see this too with this 1980 anomaly, where like, because the world ended this horrific way in 1988 and things are being put back together to kind of fix it. It's kind of like doing patchwork right now. It's like by nature itself, it's just like kind of like fixing itself.
Hey guys, I found the video of the Anunnaki's message on the TV. Check this out. It's crazy because people are mentioning that there's a galactic war going on in the sky right now, but it's making sense too because then the fireball that happened the other day, it's like connecting the dots. I feel like. Let me know what you guys think about this.
See what I said? Galactic war going on up there? Yeah. Sounds all a little bit conveniently suspicious. And I bet you we're gonna have an invasion, and I bet you the States is gonna swoop in, save the day, look like the good guys, taking away the threat that was never ever there. Convenient. Not today, Satan. Not for me. How about you guys? Let me know.
All right, I know what you're about to say. That sounds crazy. But what if I told you it might actually be true? Welcome back to Conspiracy Junkie. I want to start by appreciating each and everyone who has supported me by liking, sharing, and following me. Please keep the support going and help me share the truth before it's too late. From lizard people in politics to birds that might actually be government drones, today we're diving into the weirdest conspiracy theories that sound fake, but have just enough truth to keep you up at night. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be questioning your reality and probably your houseplants. We heard many stories, theories, and even conspiracies that hold some truth, but they were never confirmed nor denied, and that is that the moon landing was faked. NASA staged the 1969 moon landing to win the space race against the USSR. The moon landing was real, but Neil Armstrong tripped on the set's power cable, so they refilmed it for broadcast. Buzz Aldrin swears the moon smelled like burnt popcorn and panic. They did land on the moon, but forgot to hit record. The backup plan: fly to a desert in Nevada and hire Stanley Kubrick's cousin Dave to direct the reshoot. Fun fact, the lunar surface was actually recycled Star Trek props. A race of lizard-like aliens has infiltrated human society at the highest levels. The reptilians aren't evil, they're just wildly bureaucratic. They've been trying to pass intergalactic zoning laws since 1982, but Earth politics is slower than their 9-hour coffee breaks. From Queen Elizabeth to Zuckerberg, Some believe Earth's elites are actually shape-shifting reptiles from another dimension, using holographic tech to blend in. Turns out the reptilians just want free Wi-Fi and heat lamps. They're tired of being misrepresented and are considering a rebrand. Cold-blooded Earth allies. From reptilians to aliens, till this day we all wonder if Area 51 holds alien life. The US government allegedly hides evidence of extraterrestrial beings and spacecraft at this remote base in Nevada. The aliens are there, but only because Earth offers great dental. Their biggest complaint: humans can't cook without microwaving everything and keep offering them energy drinks. The US government has been hiding extraterrestrial technology and beings at Area 51. The aliens aren't captives, they're consultants. They've been trying to teach humans interstellar etiquette, but gave up after someone put ranch dressing on sushi. I think at this stage of our lives, we've seen many sketch things. But till this day, people are still debating if JFK's assassination was an inside job. Multiple shooters, or a covert plot by the CIA, mafia, or military-industrial complex. Everyone was in on it, and they all assumed someone else would call it off. The real assassin. A poorly trained time traveler with butterfingers and an agenda to fix history that made it way weirder. Conspiracy theories point to the CIA, LBJ, the mafia, or military interests as culprits in a coordinated hit. The magic bullet theory is especially infamous. Turns out everyone did have a motive, but forgot to coordinate. It was the most overbooked assassination in history. 6 plots one day, and a guy named Earl with a telescope who just wanted to watch birds. Look in the sky, it's a plane, a bird, fake clouds, fake sun, and drones. A satirical conspiracy suggests all birds were replaced by government drones to surveil citizens. Some birds were replaced, but the AI inside them became self-aware and now spends most of its energy trying to learn the Macarena and understand human brunch culture. The plan was genius, until someone forgot to mute the bird drones. That's not chirping, that's the sound of your FBI agent buffering. So don't pick your nose too long, because that bird that took a big dump on your car may just post that video on TikTok, YouTube, or World Star. Has it been raining a lot recently in places known for sun? Or are people starting a new trend to sunbathe in the rain? HARP and similar programs manipulate weather for warfare. They can control it, but the weather in turn spilled coffee on the control board, and now it just plays smooth jazz and summons light drizzle. Programs like HARP manipulate weather for warfare or population control. The government can control the weather, but only in very specific places, like Delaware. Every thunderstorm there is just Chad testing his new RainCloud v3.1 app. HARP and cloud seeding programs are believed by some to manipulate weather patterns for economic and political purposes. So that blizzard in Arizona, Steve from IT probably sneezed near the cloud algorithm again. So, what have we learned today, folks? That maybe the moon landing was faked, but only because someone forgot to charge the GoPro on the actual moon. That reptiles in suits might be running our governments, which honestly explains some of the cold-blooded legislation. And that birds might just be tiny government interns with feathers and a caffeine addiction. But the biggest conspiracy of all, you watched this entire video and still refuse to follow, share, and like. If even one of these theories has you staring at pigeons suspiciously, or wondering if your houseplants are spying on you, congratulations. You're officially a level 3 tinfoil enthusiast. Just 2 more theories, and you unlock the complimentary Illuminati decoder ring, batteries not included. Thank you for watching The Conspiracy Junkie, and please like, follow, and drop your favorite conspiracy in the comments. Or just tell me which one made you question your toaster. Because in this reality, or the next timeline glitch, we're all just trying to figure out why Pikachu doesn't have a tail stripe anymore. This was just for entertainment purposes, and none of this was real. It's all just figments of our imagination. Or is it?
No, I don't believe that it is. I don't believe it's entertainment purposes or anything like that. That's why I don't say it. I say do your research, find out for yourself, and believe what you want to believe. Don't let anybody tell you what to believe or what to say. So take that, YouTube. Here's the next one.
Is it just me, or have people been acting very strange recently? Like off. Like something really feels off in the atmosphere. I know that I can't be the only one that feels like this. Like things just feel bizarre. People don't even act like humans for the most part when you're out in public, it feels like. Am I tripping? I know that I can't be the only one that notices this. I know I can't be. I know there has to be others out there that have noticed this strange behavior from a lot of people. And like most of the time, it feels like you could enter a room and people don't even like acknowledge you really, right? Like you're not even there. They're there. You're not. I can't really explain it, but it just feels like I don't fit in with a lot of people anymore. Even people that I know. Like something just seems off. Does anybody else feel like this?
Greetings. I'm happy that you've come in touch again after a long period of silence.
I actually wasn't going to come anymore. I once came to you because you spoke a lot about the truth, and that amazed me. Yes, you are silent about certain things. Perhaps you know more, but for some reason you don't voice it so far. So I decided to come and make my own contribution to the future of humanity, in the hope that people will hear me. Basically, I already told you quite a lot, and I thought we parted ways with you forever. But why have I come? I've come because I heard you started talking about the Keepers. That surprised me a big deal. Since very few people know about them, people have lost the skill of thinking and seeing what is obvious. As a matter of fact, the Keepers' activity was always in plain sight. They have blinded people to such an extent that they don't see them. But suddenly you started talking about them. And now people know about them for the first time, after a long period. I express my respect to you for that. I've come here to tell this story in full because you are unlikely to tell everything, as it is. I see that you have information, but I also see that you don't dare tell everything.
Well, hopefully we get the other parts to that video so we can hear what he's got to say. Yeah, so with that being said, let's just get right on to the next one.
The best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he is in prison. In 60 seconds, you will understand how you are being held back by the Matrix. 1. Salary is the drug they give you to forget your dream. 2. School teaches you to follow rules, not break them. But only the rule breakers are the ones who succeed. 3. They don't want a nation of thinkers. They want a nation of workers. 4. You worked for 40 years, 8 hours a day, and after 40 years, you're still broke. Think about that for a second. 5. They teach you to be a good consumer, not a good producer. But in today's world, it's more important than ever to be able to create value. 6. They give you comfort through video games, movies, and shows. Comfort is a drug. Once you get used to it, it becomes addicting. Give a weak person consistent stimulation, tasty food, and cheap entertainment, and they'll throw their ambitions right out the window. 7. 40 years ago, the internet was an escape from the real world. Today, the real world is an escape from the internet. Leave a steal if you have watched this far and take a moment to think about it. Be the steal.
I was tracking a light in the sky. I couldn't tell on the camera if it was a satellite or not. And I'm tracking this light. And as far as I was concerned while it was happening, that was it. It was just one light. And I was looking at the footage on the computer. I noticed I had caught the most amazing thing ever. And that was very, very definitive to me, seeing that footage. This light comes from the top left corner of the screen, zips down, and then zips back up to this object I was tracking and pulls these maneuvers that I've never seen anything pull before in the sky. And yeah, that really sold me on it. Because I was honestly starting to feel like I was losing my mind, and I was really questioning everything. I was starting to feel like I was crazy. Like, am I just filming satellites? I don't know. Like, you really start wondering and start questioning yourself, and it's been really tough in that regard. But every now and then you'll get stuff like this on video, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, there's actually something here. There's actually something here. And then you go over everything that had happened previously, and when you look at the big picture, you can start piecing it all together, that something is actually going on, and you're not going crazy. And boy, I'll tell you, you really do need moments like that, where you capture really good stuff on video, because if you don't, if you just capture like questionable things on video that could be something, you will start to go crazy.
Yeah, I think there's been enough disclosure and things said that we can all firmly say that there are things out there that we're not quite sure what they are or where they're coming from. So I think we all agree upon that one anyways. So finally there's at least something they disclosed after lying about it for years, of course. But anyways, yeah. So I think we must be all safe to say that there's things going on we don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know.
Pueblo de la Tierra, la humanidad se encuentra en un momento difícil. Muchos dudan hasta de nuestra sobrevivencia. Y yo, su único y verdadero Dios, estoy aquí.
Alright, Pam. What do you think about this time traveling person? Because I know he's putting on a whole bunch of TikToks of him in different places or showing different things at different times. And I don't know, they all seem to be kind of real, so I don't even know what to say about that. What do you guys think about that? Because that's a pretty interesting one, I think. I don't know. But hey, you know where we are. We're at the end of another one, and I don't know. No crying. No crying, guys. Because there's going to be another one coming here pretty quick. And hey, anybody who hasn't hit this, you know what? Most of the people watching the videos, I've noticed in my analytics that they're watching the videos, but they're not subscribed. So come on, guys, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the Freaky family. It's free, takes 2 seconds, doesn't cost you anything, you know, like, come on. Why wouldn't you want to be a member of the Freaky fam? Anyways, we will see you in the next one, guys. I can't wait. Until then, Freaky fam, this is Don the Rock saying au revoir. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Capital City Paranormalish. We hope you have enjoyed today's video and its content, and we hope that you'll be coming back to watch more, and that you have had time to hit that subscribe button and become a member of the Freaky family. And remember, like we always say, look over your shoulder, question everything, and stay safe. Ha 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 ha.